Hey guys, it's Sarah Seidelman, and I am here, your friendly neighborhood pathologist turned shamanic healer and author, to show you how to make friends with your deck, the How Good Are You Willing to Let It Get deck. So this deck, maybe you already have yours, or maybe you've been thinking about getting one, and I just wanted to kind of give you something that, sort of an idea to help you connect more deeply with the deck so that it really becomes kind of a helper and a friend to you. And really the idea is that everything that is alive. And this is really easy for us to understand when, we look at another person or we see an animal or our children running around or a plant. It's easy to understand that those things are alive. It's much less easy for us to understand that, say, for example, a ukulele is alive or a deck of cards is alive. And if you think of it from a quantum physics standpoint, we know that that matter, physical matter, actually changes depending on who is observing it. And so that's another way to think about like this idea that things are alive and can be affected by how we're interacting with it. And so I like to think that the universe is a kind place and that everything is somehow trying to help us. Now, that doesn't mean that the world is also not full of suffering and, difficult things happening. However, in that suffering, I believe there is always something there reaching out, that we're sort of steeped in this love, if you will. And so anyway, that's one of the principles that I want you to think about when you're working with the deck. But when you have your card deck, what I like to do is just invite you to take the cards out and really just spend a moment. Maybe you light a candle, maybe you just, connect with your breath. But just find a calm moment to sit with your deck and just go through the cards, and just like you're kind of saying hello. Kind of greeting the cards. And as you're doing this, I want you to just ask this deck if it would become a companion for you, a helper, so that when you have challenging issues, or maybe you're using the deck of cards with a morning meditation practice, that this card deck become a friend, and that it show you what you need to know, what you need to see, or the insight that you need in any particular moment. And so as you're shuffling through, you're just saying hello, and you're just gently asking, would you be willing to become a friend for me? Another thing when we're working with objects like this often is to keep things protected and nice, and treat them with honor. So that's partly why we have this really beautiful deck case, because it's sturdy and beautiful and will take good care of the cards. But say, for example, you wanted to step that up a notch and you really wanted to protect the cards and honor them in some way, you could take, say, a silk scarf, for example. And when you're done using the cards, you could wrap them up in this beautiful silk scarf. A lot of us have lots of scarves laying about that we're not using that are beautiful. And you could wrap it up like that to sort of keep it. And when you use natural fabrics like silk and cotton, that's supposed to be a lovely way to sort of preserve, sort of protect things and keep them nicely. So that's an option too, but just putting them back in the deck nicely is another way to say, like, I'm honoring you, I'm taking care of you. And then just a process for drawing a card, I just like to first come up with my question, which might simply be like, what do I need to learn most right now in this moment? That's probably one of the best ones. It keeps my mind out of the process. But maybe you have a particular question you're struggling with, like, how can I improve this relationship? How can I build my healing practice? Or how can I get this book written that I've been wanting to write for 4 years and I keep talking about it, but I'm not doing it? What do I need to know? And then you basically, sort of sit with that question, Then you just shuffle through the cards, and at some point you pause. And this is something you can create however you want to do this. But sometimes I just like to cut the cards sort of, and then I just pull the card out and see what it is. And this is the card we got, which I feel like is a message for you and for me, because we're here in this moment together. And it's lighten up. It's kind of got this sort of grouchy looking lion there. It says, permit yourself occasional lionish bouts of moodiness, but never lose track of your precious inner jackass. Is there a way you're taking yourself too seriously? That's what Alice asks. Dear God, connect me to my sense of humor so I take myself a little less seriously. So I hope you found this helpful, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a blessed day.